Record.
One more time, please.
Record.
Tipped. Gostisbehere kept it alive. Tipped it to Giroux, who scores! Claude Giroux wins the game. Gostisbehere, another spectacular play, and they win it 3-2.
That's off to the net. He fakes. What a save! What a stop! A brilliant save by Steve Mason.
Evgeny Kuznetsov waits, and just not able to elevate it.
Sam Gagne, 1 for 5 this season, moving it on, hoping he scores. Flyers win.
Now, Andy Robb, Ken Prell, the Philly Hockey Guys.
Yes, we are still around.
We are?
We do exist.
I thought we got canceled.
Oh, yeah, the internet canceled us. Yeah, wow. Talk about an electric atmosphere in Philadelphia last night. That place was loud. And you were at a game not too long ago. We'll have to get into that.
I actually didn't end up going.
You're kidding.
No, there were some circumstances.
All right.
Which have also led to us not doing a show.
Yeah. All right. Well, then screw it. Welcome to the Philly Hockey Guys podcast. This is episode number 37, as we call it, the J. Rosehill episode, MVP J. Rosehill.
All right, let's get into some hockey. Of course, what a great week it's been for the Flyers, and what a great run it's actually been for the Flyers.
It seems like the last couple days, weeks, what have you, aside from a few things, everything has almost been working out in the Flyers' favor in terms of this playoff picture. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I agree. You got Detroit falling off. The Flyers, of course, now 2 points ahead of them. Boston is kind of falling off as well, so that helps the Flyers.
That being said, it's a strange thing to see, but I don't want it to go away anytime soon. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean, the great thing about this is that it's all in the Flyers' control. All they have to do is win at this point. If they don't get into the playoffs, they have nobody to blame but themselves. So that's a great position to be in where you don't have to worry about other teams falling at this point. Mm-hmm. When you control your own destiny, like the Flyers do right now, that's exactly where you want to be this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, even if people, and it also seems like even if players aren't even showing up on the score sheet, it seems like really, I mean, everybody is pitching in. Everybody is playing a part. I mean, look at Couturier last night. You know, no points, nothing on the board, no goals or anything, but, you know, he did a great job on the penalty kill and just
face-offs.
Yeah, and face-offs too. Yes, thank you.
And that's really where this team is right now. It seems to be a different guy every night. Nobody seems to be taking nights off, really not even taking shifts off. I mean, the way Hakstol has this team playing right now is just unbelievable.
All cylinders firing. And, you know, again, you know, people that, you know, may not have made it onto the board last night, but wow, can we talk about, again, I know we talk about him quite a lot, but what an impact Wayne Simmonds makes on this team with his energy, his enthusiasm, and really, I mean, his dedication to this team and their success.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you listen to any of our shows, I think there's always a section where we pretty much do nothing but praise what Wayne brings to the team, and yeah, I mean, over these last few weeks, absolutely been a leader out there.
As well as Nick Cousins really been stepping up. He had that great goal. It was kind of a soft one in the shootout, and also
in the shootout, we'll take anything we
can
get.
I know. Again, taking the words right out of my mouth. I know. I couldn't have said it any better. But also, Brayden Schenn, your thoughts on still? It just continues. It continues, and you have this look on your face, like.
Well, you know. I mean, I was on Brayden Schenn's case way early on in the season. I was all for trading the guy, you know, and effectively shut me up. I mean, since his brother was traded, really since the beginning of the year, he's been, I think, arguably maybe the Flyers' best player on the ice outside of Ghost.
Yeah, you know, in many ways, yes, I'd have to agree. And, you know, it's like, dude, I told you, fire under his ass. He wants that pony.
I really think he wants that contract and the guaranteed money.
Maybe he doesn't
and
want
then he could buy a pony.
Maybe he doesn't want his mom to throw a bra on the ice again.
All right, so let's get to the Capitals game. Of course, Flyers win in a shootout. Brayden Schenn had the goal that tied it up late in the third period off of, again, Claude Giroux leading the way, takes a big old slap shot, gets the tying goal, and then we go into overtime and then to the shootout.
And, of course, you know, you see that word, you see shootout, and you're like, pack it up. It's over. And, of course, yesterday we were proven wrong. Mason was just a force to be reckoned with throughout the whole game.
Phenomenal.
But so was Holtby, too, for that matter.
But the hate that Mason gets, and I've really seen it over the last couple weeks again, that there's this section of Flyer fans that just want to rip on Mason, not call him a number one. After last night, he is absolutely a number one, and if you're not a believer now, you never will be.
Oh, no, I saw something pretty pathetic online. All the people that have been known Mason bashers online for months yesterday were just all about him. Oh, he's so, Mason, dude. Like, you need to shut up, first of all, because we don't forget, we have seen you. And some of these people that, I've seen people being like, oh, Mason's so good. Yeah. And, like, they were people that we singled out and threw under that big orange Flyers bus on rage-inducing Facebook comments.
Not only that, we've also gone head-to-head with them on Twitter during a lot of these games as well.
Well, you have, but
I can't let it go. I'm sorry. The guy is a number one goalie. The guy has played his ass off this year, and especially the last 3 weeks, why he's the only goaltender on the team, really. I mean, the Flyers obviously in this playoff run right now, you can't trust a rookie like Stolarz to get in there. So, again, if you're not behind Mason, I don't think you ever will be at this point.
Man, I'm telling you, Holtby was stopping everything last night. By, like, the second period, I was like, can somebody just put Emery out there?
But back to Mason, 29 saves last night, including the two huge saves in
that
the
stop on
shootout.
Kuznetsov.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that was it was just like one of those.
Kuznetsov kind of effed it up a little bit on his own part, though. I think he held onto the puck for a bit too long. But either way, great stop.
He could have done whatever he wanted last night. Mason was not letting that puck in the net. Mason is the greatest goaltender to ever live.
Okay, I'm actually like, you were like yelling at me. I didn't do anything. Yell at those jabronis on Facebook that think Mason sucks, and now they're like,
Mason belongs in the Hall of Fame now.
Okay, let's calm down. Let's not get too crazy there, Ken. I'm afraid sometimes for my safety when he gets fired up about Mason. This segment of the Philly Hockey Guys podcast brought to you by Iron City Beer. Iron City Beer. Hey, it's beer if you don't actually like drinking beer. Do you like that one?
Yeah, just in time for the Penguins coming up this weekend. So perfect.
Yeah, and hopefully they can pull out a win. All right. So anyway, back to the matter at hand. Some people have been asking this question, so I want to ask it, on the show here to open up a dialogue.
Okay.
Do you feel that at this juncture in the season, with 5 games left in the regular NHL season, do you feel that the Flyers are peaking too soon? I can answer first. I'm going to say no. I don't think so. They have, as Dennis Reynolds once said, they have not even begun to peak.
I 100% agree with you. I mean, if you look at this team, again, probably since the beginning of 2016, they've been one of the better teams in hockey. They're a consistent team in hockey. They don't go on long losing streaks. So, no, I think they've been a very consistent team. I don't think they're peaking. I think this is who they are.
It's a good observation to make. I mean, yeah, sometimes, you're not going to win every game, but I see the point that you're making. It seems like 9 times out of 10, whatever, if you want to put a numeric percentage, 95% of the time, they are there. They show up for these games. They may not win some of them, but at least they're out there. They're looking hungry, and they're out there to prove something. And it's like I've always said about the Flyers as a whole. If you're going to make it to the playoffs, and we're not, we're going to make it real hard for you to get any modicum of success in the National Hockey League because you're going to face us. So they're always putting it out there, and I love it. That's what that's what this organization is supposed to stand for.
Right. I mean, right now, Flyers last 21 games, 14-4-3. That's 31 out of possible 42 points. So, I mean, they've scratched and clawed their way back from, a so-so start of the season. If they get in the playoffs, look out. They could be very dangerous.
I got to agree. And, I got to give credit where it's due. We got to say it again and again and again and again because, like we said, kids, we've been doing this show since the off season, since before we even knew we were going to have a coach. And Dave Hakstol, can we talk about how he's bringing out it seems like the best in almost every player on that roster. Front end, back end, you've got Gudas playing some of the most offensively sound hockey that he has played in his career. You have Brayden Schenn's resurgence. Even Matt Reed skates like his feet are on fire every shift. Sean Couturier filling into that shutdown role. I really think the guy is bringing out the absolute best in every player on that roster. There is not one dud in Philadelphia, except there's a margin of error percentage, and that is R.J. Umberger.
Well, he doesn't really even count anymore. Is he still on the team? Is he even allowed into the Wells Fargo Center anymore?
I heard he cleans the bathrooms afterwards.
Spotless.
R.J., we got a spill on the concourse over by Campos.
No, I think the only player on the Flyers right now that you can look at that hasn't been a complete, success under Hakstol is Voracek. But again, Jake was coming off of an unbelievable season last year. So,
well, it's not only that. I think Jake's role has changed a little bit. His possession numbers are still really good. He still gets shots out of the net, and he's still good at setting up plays. I mean, look at that 3-on-3, Gostisbehere, Giroux, and Voracek. Yeah. I mean, the guy may not be, putting pucks in the back of the net, but he is certainly holding up his end to help make that team better in whatever way that might be. Possession or just setting up plays. He's stepping into it. He's embracing it. And I think that scoring touch is due to return.
All right. Well, I'm a Voracek fan.
Yeah, we all are here.
Really worth $8 million a year?
It's too early to even say that.
Okay. All right.
I won't even.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that.
Thank you very much.
Fair
Dave.
enough.
Fair
enough.
enough. Like I said, I think the role is changing a little bit. It's evolving, but I think that, once all is said and done, and if the Flyers, really do wind up making this playoff push, I don't think there's much to worry about. I think Jakey's going to get his groove back.
I was just playing devil's advocate. Just wanted to see if I could get a rise out of you.
That's a great movie with Al Pacino.
Really great movie?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's a great movie. It's fantastic. Hoo-ha!
It was okay. I had to think about it if I even saw it.
Is my Al Pacino impression better than the movie The Devil's Advocate?
I think it's pretty good.
It's not
Hoo-ha!
Not worse.
Hoo-ha!
Was Keanu Reeves in that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a terrible movie.
I thought it was pretty good. Hoo-ha! The check's still cleared.
All right, Al. So can we get back to some Flyers talk?
I don't know why you're asking me. Al Pacino already left the room.
So Flyers now 38-25, 13 on the season, 89 points. Jump ahead of Detroit by 2 points for that final wild card position. And Detroit now tonight takes on Minnesota.
That should be a good game, actually.
So need a little help from the Wild. Still, I think one of the worst names for a team
the
in
Minnesota
sports.
Wild?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the Pennsylvania Excited. Like, what?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Seems like everything seems to be working out in the right direction, but, the Flyers still have to hold up their end as well. It's like Andy Reid once said, time's yours. Right?
Yes. But Flyers, this weekend got Ottawa tomorrow. And Ottawa just got eliminated from playoff contention last night, so that means no Canadian teams in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh, that's a shame.
This is a game with Ottawa, though. The Flyers got to come out and win because Sunday, real test is on the books for the Flyers when they have to travel over to Pittsburgh. What's that face?
It's going to be, yes. But it doesn't really matter who the opponent is. I think every game from here on out with the rest of the season, it's all, win them. Put out your best effort. Try to get a point out of each one.
A point out of each one?
At least.
See, I think you have to beat Ottawa, and then whatever happens on Sunday, that's fine.
Okay, 3 points out of the weekend then.
That would be fantastic. They get 3 points out of the weekend?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
2 against the Senators, and then 1 against Pittsburgh, if anything.
Yeah, the Pens are on a roll right now. 9-1 in their last 10. They're a scary-looking team right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not really.
You're not impressed at all with what they've done?
No.
Without Malkin?
Nah. I don't know. What is this, a Penguins podcast now?
Yes.
Are you Dan Potash?
Welcome to the Pittsburgh Hockey Guys.
Oh, my God. I would rather drink bleach.
Starring Andy Robb.
Don't put my name on this. This portion of the Pittsburgh Penguins Hockey Guys podcast brought to you by Drano Bleach. Drano, when you decide to be a Penguins fan, you should probably drink up. Use a chaser, though. I heard it burns on the way down.
Just a little.
This got really dark.
this is what happens when you become a Penguins fan. It's got to get dark.
Hey, I just had a disgusting sandwich with a little bit of meat and like 8 pounds of coleslaw and French fries. Yin's gonna go get one of them. They sound really good downtown.
What is the fascination of piling all that coleslaw on a sandwich?
It's
It
disgusting.
just ruins it.
Nobody wants coleslaw on its own.
That's
let
true.
alone
That's
on a
very
sandwich.
true.
Listen, real quick, here at work we had a little office party, and we had literally 3 giant trays full of coleslaw, and nobody touched it. They were like,
it was about 14 pounds of coleslaw.
like literally the size of the trays that the coleslaw was in was enough to bathe an infant. Like, it was like a baby tub. 3 baby tubs. Put together, you basically have the size of like a small Star Destroyer.
Why did we order that much coleslaw?
There are some weird people here. Maybe they really like coleslaw. I don't know, but that was a lot of coleslaw. It must have been some Yinzer ass that did it.
Was that like an early April Fool's prank?
Yeah. Hey, Yin's gonna go down there and get some of that coleslaw. I'd be like, no, I'd rather eat cigarette butts. Right. Actually, no, I don't want to eat cigarette butts. I take that back. But that's the last time I want to mention the most out of the Penguins.
All right, so you're not scared of Pittsburgh.
I mean, what's the point of being worried about it? I mean, if anything, if the Flyers make the playoffs, they're going to play the Caps first round, right? That's what it's
That's
shaping
not
up.
going to be easy if the other night is any indication.
Check the scoreboard there, Charlie. I don't know.
Speaking of that game the other night,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looked like there was a fine handed out.
Yeah, Chimera with that hit on Gostisbehere. That
It wasn't even a hit; it was a
just
jab.
It was asinine. It was like he was playing pool. Like he did like the kind of like the
Yeah.
pool cue like type thing. I don't know
It
what
was
the
well
hell.
after the whistle.
What was the point?
It wasn't.
It literally accomplished nothing.
So he got what, a $5,000 fine, which I think is the max.
Really?
Yeah.
So does that mean that it might be time for disciplinary night court?
Well, the discipline's already been handed out.
Ah, shit. Fine. That was gutless. That was cheap. And you know what? If that speaks volumes to the kind of players that they have on their team, yeah, they're going to be choke artists again this year. Because with somebody like that, no, I'm sorry, but that's not a guy that's going to lead a team to a Stanley Cup title.
You know, I was talking to this with Bob,
Angry
Bob,
Yeah.
and we were saying that if that is the first round matchup, whoever wins that, if it's the Flyers or the Caps, they go out in the second round because
Yeah, it's like
they're
2012 against the Penguins.
They're just going to beat the hell out of each other for probably 6-7 games. It'll be fun to watch, but nobody's going to be set up for a long run in the Stanley Cup playoffs after that.
Yeah, Backstrom and Giroux are really starting to go at it.
I
the
know.
other night.
I mean, it's going to get ugly, and it's going to get heated, and like I said, it'll be really fun to watch.
It's going to get ugly. Like 90% of the females from the Pittsburgh area. I'm sorry, was that too much?
I thought you were going to go D.C. area, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you want to go D.C. area? We can do
yeah.
D.C. area.
We might as well start trash talking now.
All right, well, how about D.C. and Pittsburgh both have scummy females? As I all of a sudden turn into Donald Trump now. Let me tell you, they're disgusting. They're gross. I don't like it.
Hey, speaking of old rich guys.
Nice segue.
I do what I can. I got to keep the show moving along, or else you get us way sidetracked.
That was fantastic.
Ed Snyder.
Yes.
Missed the team picture.
First time ever, I believe.
Yeah, health issues keeping him in California. But he actually did end up calling the Flyers and actually calling Dave Hakstol after the Caps game the other night, congratulating them on the win and the recent run that they've been on.
Yeah, and that must have been quite an amazing thing. All the players, a lot of them in certain interviews said it was a really great thing. Like with Radko Gudas, Wayne Simmons.
Wayne Simmons was really saying.
Wayne Simmons was all about Ed Snyder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
another reason to love the guy.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's all right with Ed. But hopefully the call is a little, added boost for the Flyers, get this run into the playoffs, and then just like 2010, once you get in, anything can happen.
Sure. I mean, it's a great rallying point. And also, on that same subject, Ken, it's like also that foundation, I think that groundwork was also kind of laid, maybe a few months ago when they did that West Coast trip and they wound up visiting Snyder at his California home.
That's right. And coincidentally, went on a run after that as well.
Hakstol was actually the one quote that I liked from him about that initial trip out to Snyder's home was, he was very impressed by, how they walked up to the house and there's just a huge Flyers flag at his front door. The guy really in front of Ed Snyder's house. I mean, the guy is that organization. And, it is something to rally behind. Not under the best circumstances.
No,
but it's still
absolutely.
something.
We wish the best to Mr. Snyder.
It's still something. Yeah, best wishes from us here at the Philly Hockey Guys podcast because, Ed, I know you listen. He's one of our first subscribers, I think.
He's never heard of us.
Can Ed Snyder buy our show? Ed, are you listening?
It's not that expensive.
It's us. Hey, come on. Yeah, we don't really need much. Give us some crab fries and a couple hours with Steve Coates.
Sold.
Done.
Where do I sign?
Done. Speaking of which, did you see that? I hate to get off track, but speaking of Coatesy, the Flyers, Coatesy's Corner one, where he went undercover.
And basically...
He looked like Gene Shalit.
He looked like Gene Shalit, and early on in that video where he's sitting in the crowd,
yeah,
next to that guy, poor guy, he keeps elbowing him. I mean, that guy probably had to be treated for some maybe a broken arm after that.
He's like, hey, how you doing?
These are great seats. I never sat down here before.
He's hitting the crap out of this guy.
Coatsy's Corner. I'm so glad they're back this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it continues. I do miss seeing it on actual television. But knowing that they've made it a web feature, that's still pretty cool.
Hey, one of the questions going around Philly Sports Talk Radio this week, Missinelli was the one I think brought this up.
Oh, boy, here we go.
I know you're not a fan. I actually like Mikey Miss.
All right. Let's just get to
He's better than the other idiot on WIP in the afternoon.
Let's just keep it going.
All right. Well, he said that, he brought up the question, is G an elite player?
Now, I know a lot of people on Reddit Flyers are already quite irritated by this question, so my answer is reflective of how Reddit Flyers feels about it. That was an idiotic question to ask.
I mean, I can see where that question comes from because the stats have, if you look at his stats over the last couple of years, they have dropped off a little bit each year. That said, you have to look at the other things that this guy brings to the team as far as leadership and, like just the other night, that set up the goal. It was him making the play, taking the slap shot, allowing Brayden Schenn to be in the perfect spot to score that tying goal.
That was great, too.
And even Monday night against Winnipeg, he scores the game winner. There's more things than just looking at stats.
Yeah, exactly.
That create an elite player. Yeah. And I think that's absolutely Claude Giroux.
Yep, he's a multi-purpose player. He's a clutch player, and he's a leader.
It was funny. I was actually listening to Missinelli, and he had Danny Briere on. And he asked Briere if G was an elite player, and Briere was like just dumbfounded by the question. Like, I can't even believe you're even asking this. Of course he's an elite player.
I don't get it. But
I just wanted to get your opinion. I know it's been thrown around there, and I knew what your answer was going to be. But
yeah, elite player. Next question. Do I get to do that now?
Sure, why not?
I don't know.
Actually, here's a question for you that I've been thinking about. Villanova in the Final Four this weekend. Of course,
who could forget? Go Cats.
All right, here's your question.
Yeah.
Would you rather see Villanova win it all, win the NCAA championship, or the Flyers just get into the playoffs?
Nova. Win the championship. Because you know what?
Next
year is going to be good for the Flyers. The year after that's going to be good for the
I've already
Flyers.
told you that the Flyers are probably looking at anywhere from 5 to 8 championships over the next 10 years.
I'm telling you, though, this is a great year for Villanova. And it's interesting that you asked this question, and I've said this to people, and the reaction has always been the same. So I'm going to say it to you and see what you think. How pathetic is it, the fact that we are depending on a bunch of unpaid kids to bring a national championship back to Philadelphia when professionally played athletes like the Eagles and Philly Sixers haven't been able to do it?
Well, it is pathetic. Remember the Little League World Series a couple years ago?
Yeah.
How crazy Philadelphia went for a team that came in 4th place? They had like 19 parades for that team.
But no, I would see the NCAA championship coming to Philadelphia. I think it would be a unifying thing, and I think that Villanova is long overdue for it. Villanova and the Philadelphia teams are the whole reason I never get asked to fill out brackets anymore because I fill out
Homer.
I fill out all. This is what I do. I fill out all Philadelphia teams, and then the rest I do like University of Phoenix Online, DeVry, YTI Technical Institute. I do all of those, but I always fill out nothing but Phillies teams because they just need somebody else to fill out the pool.
Absolutely.
So I do it, but they stopped asking me. But this year, who might have the last laugh this year? I pick Nova to win every single year.
Well, there you go. It may pay off this year.
Oh, man, wouldn't that be something?
It would be great. It would be great for the city.
I know it's not a basketball show, but I got to tell you, and we were talking about Hakstol, and we're talking about, everything they have going there. Jay Wright, hell of a coach. So, of course, we're not saying we don't want the Flyers to make the playoffs. Obviously, that's what we want more than anything.
No, I hope both happen. I was just saying, if you had to make a choice.
Somebody, I was actually talking to a guy when I was going to pick myself up some delicious beer last night. He's a Philly guy.
Iron City?
No. He has Nova and UNC for the championship game.
Right? Syracuse can't keep on this Cinderella ride, right?
Yeah, and Nova plays Oklahoma
Yes.
tomorrow. So it all depends on if they get out of that.
And Oklahoma spanked Nova earlier this year, but hopefully that changes this weekend.
Yeah, it should be very interesting. But either way, Flyers are making that push for the playoffs. And, hey, you know what? Actually, now that we're talking about the young guys, why don't we do a quick check-in on our prospect pool with some of our favorite people?
Man, our segues in this show have been top-notch.
That's why we're professional radio people.
All right, well, let's start with the guy I'm most excited about.
Let me guess. Wait. Let me
Go
guess.
ahead, guess.
I'm not going to say Konechny. I'm going to say Provorov.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Absolutely.
I thought it was going to be Konechny at first.
He led all WHL defensemen with 73 points this season. He was actually named the Eastern Conference Defenseman of the Year and was named to the Eastern Conference First Team.
Oh, God, yes.
So now can you imagine him and Ghost on the same team next year? How phenomenal is that going to be?
Would you have them paired up together?
Well, I don't know. There's another guy on my list here that is another one that I'm thinking about.
Are we talking about Sanheim?
Yes.
What do we got for Sanheim?
Sanheim, 15 goals, 53 assists during the regular season.
Wow.
There's potentially 3 superstars.
And also, adding on Sanheim, he was named Calgary Hitmen's co-defenseman of the year. Wow, I didn't even know they had a co-defenseman of the year. That's awesome.
So that's great to see. And then another guy, another defenseman that's getting a lot of looks this year and a lot of praise. Yeah, Myers.
Yeah, Myers.
And I didn't realize how big Myers was.
He is up. He's like,
6'5",
yeah.
210.
But Moren's bigger, I think, right?
Yeah, but Moren has kind of taken a step back. Not to say that Moren is not going to be a great player.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
But he's not in that upper echelon of prospects right now for the Flyers.
Neither is Haig, but still.
Yeah,
you know.
But still, you're throwing 3 solid names out there with Provorov, Sanheim, and Myers, and you already have Ghost up here. And then Delzato, who's been, was hurt earlier this year. I mean, can you imagine all these guys fitting together over the next couple of years?
Well, we don't have to imagine for much longer.
No.
Clock is ticking. It's like that Y2J countdown. It's coming, baby.
The countdown to that dynasty I keep talking about.
Don't say that word. What did I tell you? You know what that is?
What is that?
You like that? This is a giant drum full of papers that we've painstakingly had with all our entries for our official contest, our second official contest.
Oh, we're finally giving that away?
Isn't that neat?
All right, hold on. Let me dive in here. Oh, the winner is Ken Prowl.
No. That doesn't even say Ken Prowl. You don't even know how to read. Listen. Coming soon, we're going to be doing a special contest, another special contest coming soon. More details coming, but yeah, I think we should finally pick our winner for this. We've had people.
This is a very decorative tin.
Yeah, and there's a lot of entries in here.
Yes.
We've had people entering on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, yeah. And watch this. If I hold it up like this, look,
I sound like Bane now. I'm gonna blow up Pittsburgh because that city's awful.
I was rooting for Bane in that movie.
So was I. And everyone knows when that field started collapsing, Hines Ward is not that fast.
No, he would have never got down the field that
No
quickly.
way. All right. So let's get this all mixed up in here. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. I think there's some crumbs of food at the bottom of it. Okay.
Was there popcorn in there?
I think it was something from Sherry's Berries. Okay, here we go.
All right.
The winner. Okay,
Who is it?
now wait, real quick before we do this. Let's just say what the prize is, in case you forgot. The 1999 starting lineup black uniform Lindros figure.
Oh, you wanted to give that away?
Yes, that is what we're giving away
Oh,
right now.
because I opened that up and put it up in my office.
Well, you're going to have to take it down, Charlie. And also some trading cards from our prize vaults, as well as some Philly Hockey Guys stickers.
Hextall cards, right?
Yeah, we got a sweet Hakstol card. Speaking of which, 10 Philly fan, your stuff is on its way. So, All right, anyway, so let's fix this up. All right. Here we go. I'll do it this.
This is exciting.
All right, here we go. And the winner. Oh, I got one that's stuck together. Wait a minute.
No, just one.
Okay, I know. All right, here we go. The winner of Philly Hockey Guys podcast contest number 2 and the winner of the 99 Lindros figurine and all that other good stuff. It comes from Facebook. We have a Facebook user is our winner, and congratulations goes out to listening in California. Oh, great. We got to pay California shipping now. Nick Hankins on Facebook.
All right, Nick.
Congratulations, Nick.
Please clap.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go, Nick. As soon as you hear this, we'll be in touch with you, and we'll get your prize out to you. Hopefully soon, but if Ken's in charge of it, you'll get it by 2017.
I don't know what you're talking about.
By the time Justice League comes out. So there you go.
Speaking of Justice League, Batman v Superman. You saw it, right?
I did.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm thinking about this weekend.
Affleck crushes it as Batman.
Really?
And I said that 2 years ago when he was cast. You remember?
Yep.
I was like, he's going to knock it out of the park.
I doubted it.
And he was great. He was fantastic.
All right.
But-
Because I've seen the reviews, and a lot of the critics hated it, but it looks like most of comic book fans kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's like if you actually read DC books,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff he did right with that movie.
Okay. All right.
But I think the best superhero thing currently right now, and you're in the middle of it, I just finished it, Season 2 of Daredevil.
Oh, my God. Phenomenal.
All I've been waiting for like 20-some years of reading comics is like, not to take away from Tom Jane or Ray Stevenson, but John Bernthal has knocked it out of the park as Frank Castle.
He's the definitive Punisher. I mean, he's fantastic.
But anyway, we digress. Congratulations going out to Nick on Facebook. And don't forget, follow the Philly Hockey Guys on Facebook, too, because we're going to have another contest coming soon. And real quick, got to isolate ourselves just a little bit. We will be having a Reddit Flyers exclusive contest coming soon as well. So if you're on Reddit Flyers, you can win something from us.
Now, can I win that one?
No, you still can't win that. Sorry
What
about
the hell? Well, now that you have
Hakstol says shh. What was that? Go ahead.
No, forget it now. No, forget it. You and Hakstol, you guys wrap up the show then.
Dave Hakstol saw Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, yeah? What did he think?
We spent too much time killing.
And that's how we'll just end the show. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. But sorry about the delay. Last week was last week, but we're back. We're here. That was it for the Jay Rosehill episode coming up, number 38. I can't believe we're almost at 40 shows.
38. Oh, that's going to take a little work to find a player who had 38, isn't it?
Wait a minute. Come on, man. You don't know Steve Washburn?
Who?
He played on the Flyers for like 1 year.
When?
2000.
I missed that one.
All right, how about this one then? Oliver Lardson.
Name vaguely sounds
The
familiar.
Great Dane, young defenseman. He didn't really pan out with the Flyers.
Yeah.
My sister actually knows him.
Really?
Yeah, because his brother plays minor league hockey in Colorado where she lives, and she wound up meeting him somehow.
Okay. All right. So
The Oliver Lardson episode. I don't know. We're really reaching here with this one.
yeah, I can't think of 138 at all in Flyers history.
I just told you Steve Washburn.
Okay, yeah, Washburn. I'll go order my jersey now.
I already have one. It doesn't fit me anymore. You want it? All right. We'll have a new show coming up very soon. Don't forget, follow us on iTunes, Twitter. Now we have a voice guy to do that. Never mind. I'm done. All right. Hopefully we get a great win. Great to be back. And thanks a lot for listening, as always. We really appreciate it. And congrats to Nick again for winning.
All right, for Andy Robb, I'm Ken Prell. We are the Philly Hockey Guys. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
You trying to out voice guy the voice guy?
Oh, that's a damn bucket again.
That's what you get. The voice guy curse.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like the Philly Hockey Guys podcast page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy. And subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.